my sister, even from when we were kids, I remember this thing's like ingrained in my head. We were at a birthday party. I was probably like 8, she was like 3. And, you know, they give out these little bags, I don't know, goodie bags or whatever to all the kids as you're leaving. And I somehow didn't get one. And I was like too shy to bother, whatever. I didn't want to go back, get one. But my sister, I mean, she just like, I saw her like wring her hand out of my mom's hand, runs back in, goes in, complains like, my brother did not get a goodie bag. Gets one and brings it out for me. It's just this fierce loyalty that she has and Ben. And the passion for life. I think of this one instance where Ben had come down to San Jose and we had this impromptu sushi. I don't know what to call it. Sushi dinner or lesson. I mean, it was just this impromptu thing, and Ben just dove in so completely, and like I learned so much about sushi that night, and it was just this amazing thing. And anything he just does with this incredible passion. And that's not just sushi dinners, but whatever, work, life, frisbee, everything. And so both of these qualities I really love about them, and I like to experience it when I'm with them. And so I'm going to keep my speech short. I'd like to just make a toast to, you know, fierce loyalty, passion for life, and I really wouldn't be living up, you know, being true to myself if I didn't throw in one corny little thing and sort of embarrass my sister in front of her friends. So here goes. Ben, I know that you are while you are a preeminent expert on tears, I know that in your marriage with Anokhi, that's going to be a purely theoretical pursuit. She won't even shed one. Exactly. So I think everyone should have had dinner by now. We're going to do a few more speeches and some other couple of fun surprises. I know that Ben's parents, at least Ben's dad, wanted to say a few words. My dad. I think Ben wants to say something first. No. So, okay. That's better than words.
Hi, I'm Benjamin's father, and actually I have a few notes. So I was asked to say a few words about Ben, and I'd like to finish up also with another toast. When Ben was a little boy, his sister Amy, was sitting over here, used to dress him up in all sorts of things. Ben would sort of add on things like Evan mitts for his shoes. But I really didn't understand how this would translate to helping him become an adult. And actually, today I learned because Ben wore a very different outfit. And I think it was a training by his sister that helped him do that today. And despite that, they've been lifelong friends. I forgot a sign that my wife was given, but somewhere recently it was a big laugh sign. And that reminded me also when Ben was a child, he has an infectious giggle that keeps going, and it makes many other people laugh as well. Ben always tries to make other people happy before himself. Anokhi is the most loyal person you will ever meet. He loves children, he loves to play, and even though Ben always wanted to buy his mother a puppy, we will let him do that for you. And since Ben is, his background is Sicilian, French, Canadian, and Irish. What I would like to do is to, if everyone would stand, I would like to toast Anokhi and Benjamin with an old Irish blessing. And that is, may the road rise to meet you, may the wind always be at your back, may the sun shine warm upon your face, the rain fall soft upon your fields, and until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. All toast to Anokhi and Ben.
Cheers, Anokhi and Ben. Cheers, Anokhi. Cheers, Ben.
And Jay, I think you're up next.
Okay, I'm coming up. Yep, coming up. I'm Jay, I'm Anokhi's dad. Everybody cheap it, Ben knows.
I'm just going to say what's on my mind. Okay, number one, I got to say thank you to everyone who's here because you made it special for Ben and Anokhi. I think they're going to remember this for a long time. And I'm really, really happy that you guys are here. Thank you very much. You really made it very special for them. Thank you. And thank you to Ben's family also for being so gracious. Thank you. This was a new experience for them, and they embraced it with whole heart. So thank you very much, people. And I'm going to keep it short. I don't have notes. I could go on for hours, but I think I don't want Anokhi to be embarrassed by all my ramblings and everything. Who is next? Anybody know?
That anyone that knows my dad, that was not a surprise. Not a surprise. If the glass breaks tonight, so I believe Ben's friend Tom wanted to say a few words as well. Is Tom? There it is. I can't say anything past this light.
I'm just okay.
You hear everybody? So I'm a little busy tonight, so I haven't really introduced myself to many. I'm Ben's friend Tom. I've known him. Where is Ben? I can't say anything. I've known him for the past probably about a dozen years. We first met in grad school in San Diego. We were teammates on many intramural sports teams, roommates with our other friend Tanner over there. And over the past 10 years, Ben's become my best friend, and really the closest thing I've ever had to a brother. And so I guess what I learned with having a brother, and you hear about it kind of stereotypical, there's the good, and Ben's significantly older than me, so there's also the bad. And I guess to start out with the good, Ben is probably my most trusted confidant. He, in terms of the sounding board when I have any major decision to make, he set the bar in terms of what it means, for me to be passionate about something and work hard. And but most importantly, Ben has taught me has shown me what it truly means to be generous and thoughtful in what he does. I know there's many people here. Ben, Anokhi talked about that, the ice cream there, and I think I'm not the only one who's had this. Ben doing something kind of absurd, off the wall, but just so thoughtful and so generous that I would never even think of. And I really appreciate, you pushing me to be a better person. But like I said, there is some kind of downside of having a brother. And a couple of us, so anybody who knows Ben has kind of a flair for the awkward. And exactly. And I think a couple of the more group appropriate kind of things he's been known to do is like I said, we played a lot of intramural sports together. I was usually the guy who'd go to the meetings because Ben's not the greatest planner. And so I sent him one day because I couldn't go, and I soon found out that our team was named, essentially implied that I had a communicable disease. And the other thing that I think many people, I know Sumesh has had this happen to him, Ben, if you're having a serious conversation, kind of loves to give you a little love tap down below the belt, just to make sure you're on your toes. So while I've learned you kind of have to have a tough skin or tough other body parts sometimes with Ben, I've been truly lucky to have got to know you over the past 10 plus years, and like I said, you are my brother. And so I really look forward to kind of what lies ahead. And largely what lies ahead, a big part of that is Anokhi. I can't see where Anokhi is. Okay, that would make sense. Anokhi, I guess we're kind of a little clan. Tannen, Sarah, Andrea, and Trey. Welcome to our group. From Ben's friend's perspective, Anokhi is such a loyal, supportive, passionate person. I got to know her in DC. It's just an individual outside of Ben. Anokhi, you're a friend. Anytime you need anything, please ask it of me. I look forward to cheering you guys on, and kind of whatever it takes you, happy to support you. And cheers. Cheers.
Thanks, Tom. I think to round out the speeches, Anokhi's old friends, friends from a long time ago, Sherry and Vanya, wanted to tag team on this one. Welcome, ladies.
I'm Vanya. I've known Anokhi since the 2nd grade, but we really bonded in high school. We ran track and cross country together, played in the band, served on the varsity council, had some classes together, spent breaks working out at the American Club together, and she is not someone you can get too much of. Yes, Anokhi has always been incredibly smart and hardworking, balancing gymnastics, running, music, AP courses, and more. But she was a heck of a lot of fun, too. Imagine an even skinnier, scrawnier Anokhi in high school, putting down more tequila shots than anyone else. We were 18 years legal in Singapore. The point is, Anokhi would never disappoint when challenged. With Anokhi, you always had a dancing partner at the clubs or a game of pool, and she was never the first to quit. The girl has some stamina. Reasonable and self-assured, she always said the right things when I reached out for help navigating the muddy waters of his high school, but knew when to put me in my place, as only a true friend could do. Loyal, compassionate, smart, disciplined, fun, athletic. Though shorter than me, I always looked up to her. Today, I'm so happy to see my amazing friend has found a pretty amazing guy to spend her life with. Ben, I can see how happy you make Anokhi. Just try to keep up with her. Just kidding, I'm pretty sure you can. Congratulations to you both. I love you.
Good evening. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sherry, and I've known Anokhi since the 1st grade when we were in Miss Ashness's class in the American School in Singapore. I think my earliest memory that I have of Anokhi was when she stole the part of the ballerina in the Nutcracker play in 1st grade. Well, she didn't actually steal the part, it was more taken from me and given to her because she conveniently had a ballet costume. I obviously never forgot that, but that didn't stop me from being Anokhi's friend. Another memory, when my younger brother was having a birthday party, I had Anokhi over at our house. This was probably in the 4th or 5th grade, and we were checking out his new toys, and he had this new toy called Stretch Armstrong. For those of you who aren't familiar with this, it's a small, well-muscled body man wearing only underwear, and he's about like this high, and so I had Anokhi pull on one end and I pulled on the other, and she had no idea what was supposed to be happening. So it was a really funny moment. It was just, we were just stretching, and our eyes were getting bigger and bigger, and she's like, what's supposed to happen? I remember it just like yesterday. So another memory was freshman year of high school. We organized a surprise birthday party for Anokhi's 15th birthday at a Mexican restaurant called Chico's and Charlie's. We enlisted the help of Anokhi's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Kapasi. They were the perfect partners in crime. They apparently found out later that during the car ride, Mr. and Mrs. Kapasi staged an argument about which restaurant to go to. So completely threw Anokhi off guard. And needless to say, she was in for a great surprise when she walked in. So I first met Ben when he and Anokhi attended our wedding in St. Louis, and didn't get the chance to speak to him very much, but I did get to know him better the following year when we all attended Britannia and Eddie's wedding. And I could tell that he was a really nice guy, and who obviously cared for Anokhi a lot. And one thing that did stick out from our mind from the conversation was something that I obviously never forgot. He said something along the lines of, I wish we didn't have to go through this wedding process and just have babies. Fortunately, Anokhi talked some sense in him, and here we are today. My husband John calls our group of girlfriends from high school the 11 because there are 11 of us. And ever since we left our ways for high school from Singapore, we've all kept in touch through group emails, updating each other on our dresses, our new jobs, and then eventually engagements, weddings, and babies. So on behalf of the 11, I'd like to make a toast to our lifelong friends, Anokhi, and her new husband, Ben, wishing you both a lifetime full of happiness, love, and laughter, and many babies. Cheers.
So I mentioned there are going to be a few special surprises. So surprise is Katie. Where's Katie?
I didn't know it was a special surprise, but that's okay. So I'm Katie, and I've been close friends with Ben and Anokhi for over 7 years, actually, so I guess I'm good to round it out a little bit. And I met Ben actually back in around 2001, 2002, somewhere in there, when he started graduate school at UCSD. And then I met Anokhi a few years later when I started grad school in 2005. And I just wanted to kind of stand up here and tell you the story of how these two lovebirds met. So let me just start by saying that, oh my God, it's every time. Okay. No, okay, I'm thank you. All right, Ben is an amazing person. He's super intelligent, he's handsome, he's compassionate, and giving. He's always there for his family, his friends, and he's always striving to help others through his work. Before these two met, I'd been trying to find a nice girl for Ben. He kind of had a little run of some bad girlfriends. And I thought, he deserves some nice girls. So as luck had it, that's when I got into grad school and I met Anokhi. And she's sweet, she's super intelligent, she's beautiful, she's compassionate, and she's also giving. So you can see she's always there for her family, her friends, she's always striving to help others through her work and volunteering. And as you can see, these two have a lot in common. So I figured these two wonderful friends had to meet each other. So I invited Ben to Anokhi and my grad program's winter holiday party in the beginning of about 2006. And knowing that Anokhi would be there too, so they seemed to hit it off. And Ben told me later that I had to set it up so they could meet up again. Busy grad students, we didn't have a lot of time, but I would always tell him, oh, you gotta get with Anokhi, she's wonderful, she's amazing. So after many meetups, Ben finally asked her for her number, and their official first date, I think this is perfect actually, was baking cookies to show mutual support for a friend of theirs. And for those of you who don't know, Ben is an amazing cook. He makes pasta from scratch. I don't know who does that. Chocolate lava cakes from scratch. I don't know. I mean, I've benefited from it, but so I thought it was so funny when I found out that the cookies that they made together were actually from Betty Crocker. So that was cute. Anyway, since that first date almost 7 years ago, Ben and Anokhi have made it here today to start their journey as a united couple and the beginning of a beautiful family. So I'm going to do it again. There's still two of the most loving and generous people sorry. And they encourage each other every day to keep helping others in so many different ways. Even their wedding registry, as you guys kind of know, is for charity. Here they come again. Okay, I'm almost done, I swear. I couldn't have asked for two better friends. And I'm so proud of all of you accomplished, and I'm proud of you both.
I just can't wait to see what your future holds. And I'm pretty sure after all you've accomplished and will accomplish in your life, that your kids will probably save the world. So let's raise our glasses and say cheers to Ben and Anokhi's parents who brought two such wonderful people into this world. To this beautiful day of love and friendship. And most of all, let's toast Ben and Anokhi and wish them all the love and support they've given us and for their life together.
Using that
It's been lucky.
Josh is coming here. We sort of stole their birthday today. So we just wanted to be able to wish them a proper happy birthday. So here's a cake. It won't burn down.
Karen Harvey is kind of burnt.
But we thought that you all could help us celebrate Karen and Tobias and Lauren's birthday. So maybe we could all sing together?
Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Who's got? Push you take.
Got it? Hope you guys enjoyed it.